In this tutorial, I'm going to demonstrate how to add and use multiple public IP addresses on Azure CloudGuard Gateway. When you have a use case in which you want to expose multiple assets to the internet on the same port number, or you want to expose each one of the assets on a different IP address, and you have a CloudGuard gateway that is located between your internal assets and the internet, you have two options. The first option is to deploy a load balancer in the external subnet and add multiple IP addresses to the load balancer. The second option is to add multiple public IP addresses on the external interface of the CloudGuard gateway. In this tutorial, I will focus on the second use case. In this network topology, we have two internal web servers protected by a single CloudGuard gateway. Our requirement is to expose each web server to the internet on a different IP address on port 80. To add a public IP address on the external interface of the CloudGuard gateway, I will select the gateway virtual machine. On the Networking tab, I will click on Interface Ethernet 0, which represents the external interface. On the IP configuration, I will add two IP addresses for Web 1 and Web 2. Don't forget to copy the new private and public IP addresses to Notepad, as you will need them later. Now, I will switch to Smart Console and I will create 4 host objects. I will create the 2 internal web server objects with their internal IP address. I will also create 2 objects that represent the new private IP address that we have just created in Azure Portal for Web External 1 and Web External 2. And now I'm ready to create the access rule and NAT rules. For the access rule, I will allow all internet to the Web External 1 and 2 on port 80. For the NAT rule, we will need 2 NAT rules, one for each web server. The original source and destination is the same as we have on the access rule. For the translation part, the destination will be translated to the internal IP address of the web server. After policy installation, we will be able to check that we have access to each one of the web servers. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to comment on the post. Thank you for watching.